Tim Collin coming at you from Senior Leads Boost with another Tips Tuesday video. Today's tip is simply that your website is important, but it's not the most important thing when it comes to being found in online searches. So I'll explain now what I mean by that. So here's a query that I set up using Google as of course the search engine. They handle 90+% of all the searches in the world now. And I just made up this search. I don't have any particular point in choosing Denver or anything. I just picked it. And so I ran this query, this search, and let's see what it produced. So this is a very typical search engine result page that has roughly 3 sections. The first section up at the top here is all the ads. They always are going to be first because that's how Google makes money. Every time you click on one of these ads, the advertiser pays Google a chunk of money, sometimes a lot. That's one reason why we tend to encourage our clients to try to avoid advertising, but instead to use SEO and good marketing. Anyway, so then the second section is this section called the local search results. And as you can see, it's a map. It's got 3 companies listed in the Denver area. Sometimes you might see a 4th one if somebody is paid to be in there as an advertiser too. And if that were the case, you'd see a 4th one up at the top, of course, and that would have an ad, little tiny ad identifier by it. And then finally, the rest of the search results page is made up of what we call the organic search results. These are not necessarily local. In fact, to be honest, they're almost always not. They're almost always going to be directory listings like caring.com, Yelp, care.com, and other ones. So basically pay to play in all of these in most cases. So I just want to point out one thing about this. The website that these companies have plays little or no role in whether they get listed here. If you think about it, this place in the search results, the local search results section, is the most valuable to you as a marketer for your business. If you don't show up here, if you're not in the top 3, then you're probably not going to be found. Most people don't click through here, and most users will never really find you unless they go to page 2. But let's face it, nobody ever looks at page 2 of Google search results. So what's the point? Well, the point is your website does matter. If somebody happens to click through to it, like I'll do from here, then here's the website for this company. Don't know them, don't know anything about them, don't know anything about their website. But whether it's a good website or just an okay website, it doesn't really matter in a lot of ways because if they don't show up in here, then they're never going to be found here if somebody's just searching for the service, home care, and not the company name. And by the way, the reason that Google is doing this is my speculation, is that they want to keep you on the search results page instead of letting you click through to the website, because there's a chance, as long as you're here, you might click on an ad and they're going to make a buck. So actually, probably for each click in the major markets for home care is probably like 50 or 100 bucks. So the point is, your website matters, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is being listed in what's called the Google Business Profiles directory. Totally a monopolistic thing that Google has, and they control the search results, so they get to set the rules. What can you do about this? Well, I think one of the lessons that you can learn from this is that your website matters, but it's not the most important thing. What is most important is the ranking of your Google business profile and everything that goes into that, and your website has almost nothing to do with that. Kind of a corollary to that is maybe it's not worth having a perfect website. There's an old saying that, in fact, the difference sometimes between a pro and an amateur is that the pro knows when something is not worth doing perfectly. Now, I know it sounds weird, but the point here is that if you have a good website, it may be perfectly adequate in terms of two things, really. One is having you show up in search results where it has almost no effect at all. And number two, in terms of telling your story well. And that's how our service called Private Duty Boost and Assisted Living Boost and Placement Agent Boost come into play. Those provide great websites, template-based and customizable after you select a template, and they're great. So they're really good websites, but they're not perfect. I mean, you could probably create a better website if you spent $5,000 creating your own and $100 a month to host it and so forth. But for a relatively modest monthly fee, they're not bad. And if you sign up for Senior Leads Boost for the Gold Plan, we'll give you the website for free. Not bad, huh? So that's the point of this Tips Tuesday, is that your website matters, but it may not be, in fact it is not, the most important thing when it comes to being found in Google search results for local companies. Okay? I hope that helps. Have a great week. If we can answer any questions for you, or certainly if we can help you with your online marketing, your local SEO, your marketing automation, please give us a call or reach out to us through our website or through any other means. The contact info for Senior Leads Boost is shown at the end of this video, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye.